Hi, ladies. How are you today? I hope you can see me and hear me. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Camille. It's me again. Oops, not too low. So we're having a fabulous layout today. Well, fabulous. Of course, I have to say that about my own work, right? This is the one we're doing today, or I'm trying to flip it today just to make it a little bit different, but that's the one we're doing today. I just had a little panic attack earlier. My computer decided to do a reboot or an update for Windows 10. Literally just restarted like 7 minutes ago, and I thought, we're not gonna make it. Oh, the panic was real. Oh, good. Thank you. You have no picture. Oh, I think it might be your computer then, because the other girls can see me and hear me. Good. And I see the sound bar is moving finally this time, so I'm really happy. Hi, Lida. I hope I pronounced that correct. Hi, Alda. You're here too tonight. Hi, ladies. I'm very happy you're all here tonight. And I'm just lucky that everything is working, because we're having a terrible storm in Texas and a lot of states right now. It's just terrible. Just a couple of announcements. As you know, we've started the camp, the Flying Unicorn camp. It was the first one last year, October, and you probably heard some crazy stories, fun and crazy stories. We had 23 wonderful ladies come together, no dramas, just fun, scrapbooking, and just having a wonderful time together. And Alda decided this year that we should just redo it and make it probably even funner and better. So she opened a sign up this weekend, and the last count is that we have a couple of spots left. So if you want to join these crazy ladies, and you join us most Wednesdays, so if you feel like you're a good fit, join us. It's going to be in Texas, Temple, Texas, October 10th, I think, around that date. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope we'll see you. A lot of them are going to be the same people, but we have still a couple spots left, so hopefully you'll join us. Let me check the feed and see if I have to lean in now, because with my glasses I can't read anymore. I'm getting old. Oh, hi Vita, you're here too. Good. Wonderful. Nice. So we're 2 minutes from showtime, and the layout is quite extensive. I prepared a couple of things, so hopefully I don't run out of time. There's so many new things coming out nowadays, and I think at Flying Unicorn we like to keep up to date with the new things. There's always some things you always go back to. Paper is our main love, and it's just fun if they bring out new stuff, and we haven't done it before. We like to show our favorite people, you girls, on Wednesday night, how we do that, and actually we learn it while we showcase it. So I'm showing you today how to use the molds, and how to paint them, and use them in your layouts. And maybe you've seen some Ustreams or YouTubes already on the internet, but it's just fun to use them in your layouts or other things. Before we used to buy them just already made, but now you can buy the molds, and I have, I'm just a little hoarder myself, so I already have like a whole stack of them. I just like to collect things. But now we can just make them as we go. When you get them, you make your molds, the one you like, and the next day or a couple hours later, when it's dry, you can go. So let's see if we Diva arrived as well. Hi, girl. Hopefully you're doing good. So everyone is staying dry. I guess it's 8 o'clock, and I should turn my camera around. I think for now my announcement is that well, Lynn is next week, and but I'll remember to say that again after the show. So let's get going. And Heather joined as well, and I try to keep up with the feed as well as we go along. So ladies, I'm gonna twist the camera around. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Yeah. Oh, well, and a little bit of thunder. You hear that too. You have to do everything in a different direction to get it straight. It's a bit crooked. See? Man. Okay, well, hopefully you can live with this. Yeah, the weather was really bad. So this is the layout we're doing, and I better get started because it's a lot of work. So we're starting with the paper pad, the watercolor paper pad, and it's wonderful thick paper that you can just use without preparing. And some of you ladies, or our kids club ladies, got this soft pastels pack in one of our kids last year. And I know we're all Prima fans and everything, but we don't oops, better. So we got the pastels, and so I thought let's use just these, because you know we sometimes get things in our kits and we don't use them because you know we want to try the brand names, or we're not familiar with them. So I'm going to show you how to use non-Prima items. Okay, so here we go. It's basically the same principle. We go, we use, I'll put it on my mat. I'll just draw a couple of circles for the coloring. And I did not have that one. Of course, I have to pick my right colors. Although that was only a little accent. Not an accident, but an accent. So you just spritz it with water without covering. It also helps when you have the right brush there. Here's my brush. And then you just go on your paper and you start distributing your color. And the fun thing is you can just spray on your paper too. It's just for a detail. It's like watercoloring back in school, you know, when we were growing up. Little details. Obviously, I wasn't too good at it, but as you saw in my layout, it's just a hint of color on the background. and it matches all the flowers, peaks and valleys. Well, maybe a little bit of the gray or brown, because that's in the paper too. And if you think some spots are too thick, then, or not thick enough, then we can always put a little bit more pastel colors, add some more water, add a little bit thicker. And the other one. And there we go. We have nice background music with the thunder. Hope you are all dry. Hope you're all having time to craft. And just to get a nice spread, you can just spray your paper and help it spread over your page to get a nice look, the desired look you want. I mean, there's no right or wrong, basically. Your child can do it. They can probably do it better, honestly. You just want to make sure that you have colors peeking out at certain spots, details. Okay, so when you think you have it the way you want, don't make it any wetter, of course, then we need to dry it. Oops, I was straight and then I make it crooked again by knocking the balls over. I'm just gonna wipe this off, because knowing me, I will knock everything over. And the pastels are that good that my mat will never lose that color again. Okay, here's my dryer. See, I didn't like that really dark color. Someone is blank for a while now. Did you restart or refresh your feed? Oh yeah, other people are. My son has spring break too. You know, and when it's really wet, you can sort of let that drip, you know, go off your page. I have to say, my mojo has been going like crazy. I'm loving it. Is the sound still good? I'm yelling. I'm yelling. But I'm just glad that with all the new papers around, things are really looking good. Hi Jean, how are you today? Glad you're joining us. I love all the ladies that are here to support me. All our regulars. Our Wednesday nights are always so much fun. No, I'm using the ones we got in our kit last year. The artist pastel. Just showing us that we can use the ones from the kit. Hey Barbara, good to see you. Okay, dry, dry, dry. Paper needs to dry. You know, isn't there a saying about watching something dry, paint dry? Well, this is like watching pastels dry. Can't be fast enough. We don't have enough time for this. Getting close. Next we're gonna start stamping, and I used 3 different stamps for this project. One of those big ones from the IOD collection. Okay, I think we're there. Okay. You know, it's nice to do the Ustream yourself occasionally, but I always like following the chat too. So I miss following the chat now. Oh, the bottom is wet. Let me wipe that dry. There we go. We need to keep it dry. Okay. So this is the nice stamp, the IOD one, with lots of text on there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And I'm using the StazOn, black StazOn. And I just want to put some stamps, marks here and there. Need to put some weight in it. Fortunately, I have enough of that, so that shouldn't be a problem. What do you think? Yeah. That looks nice. It's a nice, come on. It's a nice fine script. So there we go. That's the first one. And of course, because it stays on, it's a little hard to clean. And honestly, I don't care that much. I'm not that fussy about it. And then we have another new stamp. And I don't know if somebody's doing the links today, or somebody's just being censored for swearing. But there's a nice stripy one, which is cute. And so I'm going to put some stripes there. Again, using the StazOn ink. Whatever you like, you just go randomly over the page. We don't even know exactly where they will peep out. It's just a nice look. And then we're on to our third stamp. This one I'll clean because they're clear stamps. I like to keep them clean. Some things I like to keep clean. That's funny. These are cute, right? The next one I'm using, and that's an old one. A really old one. But sometimes you just like checkered stamps. And for this I'm using a gray ink, just a distress ink, because we're having lots of grays in the layout. And with this, you can always, later on when you've done your photos and your matting, you can always say, okay, I've placed it wrong. I can always add a little bit of checker here or there. I mean, these are tiny little stamps. It works perfectly to slide them in between somewhere and add a little bit more stamping. They're just nice for a touch of background noise, I guess. You can call it noise. It's funny, they call it gray ink, but it almost looks like a mossy green when you see it on the paper. It blends in really nice with these colors. I like it. I was surprised when I used it on this that it looked like this. Of course, the center of my page is all going to be filled up, so I don't have to do all that much there. Yay, I'm seeing a link. I'm seeing a link. There we go. We're getting links. And nobody is being censored. Awesome. Okay. Oh, because of dirty hands, Alda. Yeah, I'm sorry. No gloves, right? I don't have pink gloves. I have clear ones. I use gloves when I'm peeling onions and stuff like that. Or work with mince or whatever, but no, I think after I watched Shauna do a show and she did it so randomly that I was like, I need to do that too. That is so clever. Actually, when you try to do it all neat and nice, it actually loses its niceness, I think. To do it like just randomly, I liked how it turned out. Sometimes I can go too far and then I mess it up, but I like it this way. And who am I? It's my art, and everybody has their own style. So, yeah, Julianne, we can chat now. I mean, I finished eating a while ago, but yeah, go ahead. Hi, Julianne. Nice to see you. Hi, Joanne. So this is the stamping all done. Okay, I shouldn't move it. Next step, because we have lots of steps tonight for you. I mean, my first Ustream, at this time I was like, oh, I'm almost done. Well, not quite yet. So I'm using a stencil, and I love the acrylic paints we're having from Finnabar, and I decided to use the silver one, the metallic one. And also in our kits a while ago, we got the, oops, camera here, the Aida 13 Arts Okay, come on. Magic powder, 3D powder, whatever it's called. So I decided, and I've used it a couple of times because I can use my paint and I can mix some of the powder through it and I have a paste. And it's wonderful. So any kind of color you have, paint or whatever, and you mix some of the mica powder through it, you make your own color paste. So that's what I did, and I'm doing that right now so you can see. You know, most of you ladies I think get our kits or have done or will. But this technique also works if you have a different kind of paste. You can mix the paint through that. You're not limited to this, but I have this handy and I just wanted to show you how I've done it with this particular layout. These paints are just so gorgeous. Excuse me. They are just fabulous to work with. There's so many uses. Next I'm going to show it on the molds, you know. I just love them. I think, you know, I'll use them on a lot of projects. I saw them at Art Venture. Heather and I were there, and not only did we have a great time, we always have a great time together. You know, we now we Skype together and we scrapbook, which is like, you know, almost hanging out together, which basically it is. But you know, at Art Venture, at camp, I'm losing train of thought. But you know, we learn from each other. And okay, so here's my paste, which now I have to be able to get out of here. So I'm using the same stencil. Also a new product. It's the it's called Tile. Yes. Oh, this season with all the new FEMA releases. Oh my. Did I spend and went overboard? Crazy, because it's all too gorgeous. You don't just position your stencil wherever you want to add a smudge, smidge, whatever you want to call it. A little bit here, a little bit there. Janelle, we need it all. I know, right? They are so gorgeous. And as you know, on the Ustream, whenever I use a product and we have it in the store, you get 10% off. Or whatever discount Alda decided. I mean, she's so wonderful for us. And the last bit. It's a good thing I don't have to clean that, right? And I did it the wrong way around. My spatula, it's supposed to be on the bottom. Okay. Let us see. Yes. We have a little residue there, so I can just put it there. Okay. That's our stencil done. So I hope you like this technique. It's a little bit different of making your own paste, but it's fun to try things. Okay, so let's get this dry. Let's get my hands clean before I mess up anything. Okay, here we go. More noise. Here we go. Yeah, I hope you can still hear me, all the stencils they brought out this release. This one is nice. Oh, I love this one. Oh, and I love this one. And I love this one. I mean, what's not to love, girls? I should be in sales, right? I used the magic powder or the 3D powder from 13 Arts. I'm telling you, this time when Prima brought out their stuff, I just was hooked. I know, I love them all. Oh God. Yep. I was totally hooked. Yeah. Well, I hope you're still enjoying it. Nope, not dry yet. Oh, I like all of them. I like the French Riviera, Tales of You and Me, and yep, I have most of the paints. I think I missed out on the nice green one. I think that one is sold out. So this is all our background work, which is basically we've made our own paper. So next, the nice thing is, when you use this powder, I don't know if Alba is getting that powder in again, but like I said, there are different ways to use your paints and mix them with paste or whatever, or some of you might have silver paste anyway. Thank you, Diva. So we have our background. So to save me some time, I actually already did my mat, because what it means is you get your 6x6 collection, you pick your papers and you cut them in pieces. That is basically what I did. I have some 3x3s, I have some 2x6, and then I start spreading them around. Okay, this looks nice here. It's like, you know, stacking cards. And You know, you're just like, okay, this looks good or that looks good. You know, you're just gonna play around with your cards or your pieces of paper. So that's basically what I did. Most of the time, I put a piece of backing on every individual piece, but now I just stapled it together. And what I'm doing now is just I'm gonna get a piece of cardboard, which I forgot to pre-cut, but hey, I can't be too organized. That would just not fit with me. I've done so well so far, right? Close. I'm trying. So some nice, whoa, that lid was really stuck. So to just give it some lift, we're sticking it on there. Yes, I like matchy stuff. That's why whenever, especially, you know, with the Prima release, you know, when you have everything that matches and the flowers, and I go completely berserk and buy it all. You know, there's a word for that, like hoarder or crazy. Pick your name. Whatever. It works. It fits. Okay, what did we decide? Okay, let's go this way today. Okay. The paper just warps a little bit because of, you know, the wet stuff, but you still see what I'm doing. See? So that's the idea with the whole mat thing. Normally I'm a bit like I normally check if it's straight, because is it sort of straight, people? Can you help me? I think it is, right? Okay. Do I have your approval? Investor, hoarder, interchangeable, yes, yes, all of the above. Okay, and so on my first layout I had a photo of me in Amsterdam, you know, where you have the canals and stuff like that. And earlier today I spoke with Heather and I said, you know, what to pick. A picture with me and my cousin and my sister, or one with the windmill. And she said, do one with your family members. But since we have to overlap them to get the same look, you know, I didn't want to cover up my sister or me or my cousin, so I decided to go with the windmill. So I also got the journal cards. I mean, as I said before, you know, I like to do everything matchy, and they have some really nice things in there. Paradise is just being around you, and spend the rest of your life laughing, and if you can be anything, then be kind. And you know, I just like those things, but I also like to use them for a mat. They have a plain color on the front back, I'm sorry, and so that's what I like to use them for too. And wow, I haven't inked it all today, so I'm finally gonna ink, because I always ink my edges. So, and I had to adjust a little bit because I didn't want to have such a wide edge. But now we have our little Dutch windmill. Dreary weather, typical Dutch weather. You know, we don't have a whole lot of nice weather in the Netherlands. We're cheerful people, as you know. You people know me by now, hey? It's always fun when you join me on Wednesday night. And some of you have actually met me in real life. So, hey, fun, fun, fun all the way around. My husband is just in the kitchen and he's laughing his ass off. He's like, what? Did I marry somebody who's cheerful? Now stop it. Of course, we like to raise that too a little bit because we can't have everything flat. We don't like that. So we're going to stick our photo to that. Yes, that was funny, Jean. I think it was funny too. Of course, the chat is like running slow. Those white tapes are really nice because you don't need a whole lot of it. You just stick one of them on there. Oh yeah, I should have a RumChata right now. Okay, we're doing it the other way around, right? Okay, well, we're getting there with our layout. Oh, but Alda, you make those beautiful cards, and you have itty bitty little flowers and edges, and oh my God, to ink those, that would be so hard to do. I think, you know, you need itty bitty tiny ink pads to actually get where you need to go. RumChata. Okay. Okay. I need one more piece. Okay. Oops. Otherwise, it's going to tilt. We don't want that. And we're almost up to the flower arrangement. And I hope that we're going to make it tonight. But it should be. I had a whole checklist, and the checklist is covered with all the stuff that I've put aside that I was done with. So yeah, checklists are great if you keep them uncovered. So a new thing for next time, put your checklist somewhere where you don't cover it up. Okay, there we are. There we have my windmills. And double check, no, that's not straight. We want them straight. Oops, that's even worse. I need a new pair of glasses. Tilting windmill, yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. we could. That's the best part about the glue. You can still move it. Now is the best part, you know, the flowers, the vines, and I have to say that whenever I see vines, because those are the best flowers, you know, I buy those in bulk because they always run out quickly. A beautiful, big, see, there you go with your checklist again. Don't cover the checklist up. Here's my proof. Checklist. It says paper strips, matte photo, show mold. So what am I supposed to do now? Show the mold. Lydia, show the mold. So what am I doing now? I'm going to show the mold. Here is my mold. This is the mold. So I prepared the molds. I put them in yesterday so they're dry. I can take them out. Ta-da! So they're nice. And that's his little brother. That one goes the other way around. Yeah, well, that's why you joined me, to have some fun, right? I mean, I bring an extra dimension to Wednesday night Ustream. Anyway. So, I don't know if we have the time, but you basically get your clay, you press it in there, and you make it even. It's really easy. Molds are just claying for adults. That's, you know, like your Play-Doh for adults. They're fun and easy. See, that's the little brother. So, what I did with the little mold was I had my little silver paint and my other one, the blue gold one, and they're so gorgeous because that's the opal one. So depending on how you aim your little, you have a gold sheen or a blue sheen, and that's of course the nice thing about them. So what you do is you get your brush and you just literally need a tiny bit because you dab it off and you just dry brush. Of course you pick some up again and then you just dry brush because you don't want to overdo it. Because if you cover them too much, unless you want to have a solid color, that's of course completely your own choice. But I like the see that you still see the white shining through. I like the dry brush look. Oops. Some people have mats and they never ever have to buy a new one because they keep them clean. That's not me. These paints can, unless you use them in paste, then you use a little bit more, but especially with the technique like this, they go forever. They go a long while. So just for an extra dimension on the knuckle or whatever you want to call it. Oops. I mean, this is a personal choice to do it like this. Other people might like to just keep it in one color. I hope you can get the idea of what I try to accomplish. So that's actually the mold. This is with acrylics. You can use your mists on them. You can use your stamping pad on them. Wow, there's so many ways to color these things. Anything is possible. If you have a coloring thing, you can use it. Basically, that's the nice thing about those molds. Nothing is too crazy. So we're going back to where we left off. My flowers, yay! And I have 15 minutes left. So hopefully that should just be enough time. Okay, here we go. I cut mine in half. There we go. And I really like the loop a bit further looped, although you don't even see it on the other layout. Yep, sorry, there's glue everywhere, paint everywhere. Can't help myself. And of course we have our big green flower in the middle. And I actually, because everything is raised, I cut out, and of course not with that, with my scissors, I cut out a piece of cardboard to lift it up. And just to raise up the flower. So we already know that one goes there. And we're going with that one on the end. And that one on the other end. I'm sliding that a little bit under the picture. And I'm having a larger gray one there. I mean, organizing your flowers, I mean, it's a preference how you like things done. Everybody has their own way of arranging your flowers. I think they look quite nice this way. And I just love vines. I mean, I'm so glad they brought them back with a passion this year. Can't have enough vines. Oops, stay there. And I like to squeeze the petals a little bit and the leaves. And in between these two flowers, we're putting another green one, just to fill up the vine where it has empty spots. Here we have that one. And maybe a bigger one, so we can move the little one further up. I'm always so concentrated. I'm working on a different project. Years ago I made a window in time, like 100-year-old window, and it's hanging in my house. And my best friend here in Texas, whenever she comes to my house, she's always like, I love that, I love that. And she has a special birthday this year, so I'm making one for her. I'm hoping she's not listening or seeing this, because otherwise that secret is now spoiled. So also a thing with these molds, and especially if you use the really lightweight paper, you can just cut them. There you go, cut. I mean, I've used two different kinds. This one is really flexible, and the other one is very well, it's not. Let's go with that. Which means that they break more easily. So I'm actually partial to this one because they won't break. And I haven't used the Prima clay yet. So then you just tuck in where you want to have your, oops, that needs glue. And there. So my last flowers. Now we're doing really well. We're almost out of time. And I'm just having a bunch of flowers on my desk, table. So with these little flowers, I always pinch them together like they look like little tulips. Because actually I like them looking like that. Thank you, girls. I'm so busy that I'm barely paying attention to the chat. Sorry, girls. So, and then they fall open again, but it's I think it looks nice. Okay, I'm burying that one. That's not how it's supposed to look. Sorry for all the glue. So when you squeeze it and tuck it in there, it will slightly open again, but like a real flower, it will open up. At least that's my thought behind it, and I'm sticking with it, right? Or maybe they're supposed to be used like that and I always did it wrong before. But a lot of the times I see them used and they're so flat, and that just doesn't do it for me. So I'm just gonna tuck a few in. And then I'm almost done. Who's having a birthday? Jean? Somebody's having a birthday. Oh, Jean is having a birthday on the 21st. Happy birthday, Jean. Okay, I really like the stripy ones. They just pop out on a layout like this. Okay. Okay, one more I think, then we're done. We just stick a title on, and then I think we're. I think the tulip look is good, right? And I'm Dutch, you know, and the windmill, and it's supposed to be like that, right? Okay, my last tulip. Here we go. Bim bam boom. So in those collections, we now get all these nice little stickers in the back. So I'll just choose this day. I mean, Just Breathe just doesn't match with this layout, I think. Where did my ink go? And I hadn't been in the Netherlands for 7 years, so I mean, that was quite special being back there. I need to pop it up a little. Can't have anything sitting flat on there. That just doesn't work for me. I know people want flats, but I just, me and flat layouts. Oops, that's not working. Okay, my title is going right there, and here we are. Oops, I'll put a lid on there. Don't look at my hands and my fingers. So I think it's all done. Thank you. So I'll switch the camera over. If it wants to. There I am. Ladies, this was our show for tonight. Whoops, where did I go? Oh, okay, I'm still here. I hope you enjoyed it. See, I've already started preparing the tags for the bags at camp. So, I mean, we're halfway there. I hope you enjoyed the show. Next week we'll have the wonderful creative Lynn doing the Ustream for us. We have a couple of spots left for camp if you want to join us. And of course, we want you to join us because it's fun. And we're a bit of a crazy bunch, so we can always have a couple of more people like us join us. The pre-sale for the kids is starting on the 20th, so we have a little bit more time for that. Next week, Lynn will tell you all about it, but I mean, we're always anxiously awaiting the new kit. I'll just join the chat and hope that you'll have a wonderful night. And I'll hope to see you soon again. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time on the Ustream and online. Have a good night. Thank you.